concept of government, the concept of rule, is people thinking that they have the right to rule your life. Rule of law, government. These people make the absurd assumption that they have the right to rule other men's lives, and have the audacity to then claim a position of justice and moral authority at the same time as claiming that they have the right to rule the lives of other people. I mean, the concept of law is basically something's wrong if we say it is. They are taking the position of God, saying that they have the final say and are the authority of what is right and wrong. Then also in the rule system, again playing God, standing in judgment over other men. I mean, God is the only person who would have the right to rule your life. But freedom is God's greatest gift. Anarchy is God's greatest gift to humanity, not being ruled. Freedom, God's greatest gift, so would never rule you. Then there's also no judgment without choice, without freedom. I mean, if you're not doing something just because you think someone's going to fucking commit an act of violence against you if you do it, then you're not going to do it just for the threat, are you? Freedom is God's greatest gift. There should be no arguments against being free. To stand in judgment over other men is playing God. To rule the lives of other men is playing God, even though God never would. To say that you have the final word and decision to decide what is right and wrong, again, is playing God. I mean, all these ridiculous rules that come out, like the police, the rulers, who have to keep on, or try and keep up, a front of doing good. So the retards in society that don't understand that they're actually ruling them, and can't see that ruling someone's life is the greatest evil, because everybody has the right to be free. But the retards in society have to be shown them doing good, which is why you can ring your master if you get some kind of problem, and you've always got someone there. You can always go running to authorities. You've been trained to do so from a young age in the government indoctrination camps. So anyway, they make up these rules. For example, you're not allowed to film the rulers because they was getting caught out too often. So, according to them, it was wrong. You were actually doing something wrong. Now, the definition of doing something wrong is that it's not good, is that it's bad. That's against God. It's immoral, it's wrong, it's a bad thing. So they passed this judgment on the Tuesday. Right, we don't, the rules now are, the law now is, you're not allowed to film your rulers. They passed that at midday Tuesday. So from Tuesday afternoon, it was wrong. So Tuesday morning, you're walking along the street. Tuesday morning, you're filming them, and you're not committing a crime against God. You're not doing anything bad. And then as soon as the stroke of midday passes, oh, it's a crime against God now. Now you're doing something immoral. You don't even fucking know it. You know what I mean? Because they're sitting there. You don't know what they've done. Why would you want to give a fuck what they've said or fucking done? You know, what they've bullshit they've come up with sitting around their table. You know, and it's like, and if you don't know what the rules are, not knowing what the rules are is no excuse for breaking the fucking rules. So it's impossible to even know. It's why you're in this constant state of fear, because it's impossible. There's so many you couldn't fucking remember them anyway. So you're living in this constant state of fear, because the definition of rule is that there's a act of violence, a threat against you, a punishment if you go against the rules. And they say themselves that if you don't know what the rules are, it's no excuse for breaking a rule. So you're in this constant state of fear and threat under violence. Of course, creating a climate of fear makes people easy to control. That's why there's always continual threats of external violence and wars going on. And that's just another take of that. But the actual concept is that they're claiming this position of, they're ruling your lives. They're taking the position of God, taking God's greatest gift, which is freedom, away, ruling your life to get this position of moral authority, the position of justice. So justice is what's right and wrong, isn't it? So they're actually trying to convince us that Tuesday morning it was okay to do this, and Tuesday afternoon it then became immoral. It then became wrong. They are literally playing God, aren't they? They are quite literally playing God, as you would have to be to stand in judgment over men. And the most wicked, sick and evil thing I mentioned in another video, if the evil Christians, state religion, were to meet God, you know, if they had the chance, you know, God isn't going to appear in this all powerful, glorious form so no one can be seen to go against him. Now, he'll appear so that you can do fucking evil, if that's what you want to choose and that's where you want to go. That's where you want to spend eternity. So I've already made a video that the Christians, God could walk into their church. You know, just say that only they knew that he was God. And they would fucking preach for him. They'd try and fucking convert him. They're trying to, if they had the chance, that's the evil that they were doing. This was the whole point of life, isn't it? It's like to be free and be judged by your actions by God, nobody else. But at the same point, these people would have no hesitation in standing in judgment over God. Now, surely the severity of that cannot be overstated. They would stand in judgment over God repeatedly if they had the opportunity. Now, that's the fucking price they're going to pay.